this has to be one of the most tragic motivational boxing manga you would ever see. Just like Hajime no Ippo, where the main character Ippo was a weakling who became strong, this guy Riku went through so many traumas similar to that of Kim Young-bi, and this guy's father was abusive and he eventually ended up taking his own self, and the boy started punching the corpse of his father in the beginning of the manga, and two men barged into the room and they said, "Hey kid, what are you doing?" And the boy's like, just doing the usual, just punching his corpse, and they are like, wow, this guy got no emotions, this boy's cold-hearted. And the boy proceeds to say that he's paying back every single evil his father did to him while he was alive, and the man who was a former boxer and a yakuza tells him, "This is not how you punch, kid, let me teach you how to punch." So he goes backward, tells him to raise his fist to his eye level and delivers a punch. So the guy learns how to punch, but at the cost of hitting his own father. Even the kid who's cold-hearted is totally shocked seeing what this guy just did, and the friend of the yakuza tells him, "Bro, you shouldn't be teaching this boy how to punch a corpse at this point, we should just leave him alone." And they're about to leave, and that's when the yakuza called Tokurozawa, or Toko for short, says, "Remember kid, never end up like this is how losers end up." And the boy's like, "Loser? I see." So he learns a lesson that day, and he has to be taken with his mom. So his mom comes with a taxi and takes him over to live with her since he doesn't have a father anymore. And the boy is like, "Mom, I'm gonna be a good kid, I ain't gonna cause trouble anymore, and I'm gonna study hard in my school." And the mom is like, "No problem." So the boy gets home eventually, and that's when he sees a character that looks like one of those Attack on the Titans. This guy is injecting himself with so many drugs, and then the mom brings out a substance, a drug has been taken, and his mom is totally hooked. His mom goes there and starts doing crazy stuff that I can't even explain, but you're gonna see the manga panels right on your screen, and the man is laughing saying, "Haha, this is good, you went down on me in front of this kid." And the boy is getting fed up and says, "Stop." And the man is like, "Stop? Didn't I tell you not to interfere in our business?" This is when he rushes to Riku, attacks him, and then the boy hits a cabinet. That's when the boy sees the body of Kiss that have been left in there for so many years. And the boy is like, "Gosh, if I don't do something, I'm gonna end up like this." So the boy has to fight back because he remembers the words of Tokurozawa and says, "I cannot be a loser." So the boy goes in there instead of running and attacks this man in every vital point of his body, because the guy already knows how to attack and punch. And the guy falls on the floor, he's almost paralyzed, and starts shouting, "My legs, my legs." And he starts dragging Riku by the legs because he wants to take this guy to the floor. And that's when Riku sees a blunt object and takes it, he slams it on his head, and that is it. The man goes out, he's totally finished, and Riku escapes from the scene. But not far out, the police discovers that same day that this boy has ended somebody's life, and the guy was a yakuza who had possessions of so many illegal substances like cannabis, and also they found out the bodies of many kids in his cabinet. So the mom was also taken for interrogations and stuff like that, and Riku himself was taken for interrogations. He was asked, "Why did you kill that man?" And Riku is like, "If I didn't kill him, he's gonna eventually kill me and make me end up like those kids there, so he had to do it for his life." And they left him alone, took him to the orphanage. So Riku is now going to the orphanage and a school there. He's now attending a school, but it's very difficult, and one day he decides that he is gonna run away to see his mom, because he's asked about his mom multiple times but he's gotten no answer. He doesn't know something bad has probably happened to her. So as the boy is about leaving, his teacher stops him and says, "Riku, where are you going to?" And the boy says, "I want to see my mom." And she's like, "Nah, let's just leave her alone. When she's okay, we're gonna meet her and we're gonna see her." And Riku says, "Okay, let's go in." That's when those guys come out and says, "Hey, where are you going, kid? We want the boy." So one of them grabs Riku, blows him to the floor, and the other one goes straight to the teacher, the sensei, and starts doing crazy stuff with her. And this is when Riku cannot bear it, cannot watch, because it's getting out of hand. And Riku says, "Gosh, I wish I could be strong. I wish I got a fist to save myself." So as one of them is about to escape in a car, that's when the boss, the yakuza and the former boxer, comes out and says, "Hey, where you going?" He punches through the glass and breaks this guy's face totally, and he manages to save his teacher from the other one. And Riku is crying badly and bitterly and says, "Oh God, why did this happen? This is why I don't want to be weak. I want a hand, I want a fist. I want to be strong like you, just like Ippo." So this is the motivation from this boy to join boxing, because he's seen a lot of people suffer around him, and this guy had an abusive father, he saw his mom suffer before his eyes, and now his teacher, his sensei, who's been trying to keep him comfort, and now this is what happens. So Riku then tells the man he wants to become a boxer, just like the way Ippo was telling Takamura. And the man says, okay, you're gonna become a boxer soon, but just gonna meet me tomorrow the same time. So the boy is not thinking about school or anything anymore. He starts to focus on becoming a boxer. So he starts training over time, and 7 years has passed and he's become a boxer. He's been accepted into the barber gym, of course, by the old man there. So eventually he got a pro test coming up. A test to become a professional boxer, to get a license as a professional boxer. And then Riku goes in there as the underdog. Everybody think he's gonna get smashed because the guy is also Yakuza, like Riku's boss. So the guy beats him up first, he falls to the floor, and everybody's laughing. Yeah, they think he's totally finished, but Riku stands up and turns everything around. He managed to beat this guy. Everybody's totally shocked that the guy who was the favorite eventually gets defeated. So Riku becomes a pro boxer after passing his boxing test. He goes to the former boxing Yakuza, which is Tokurozawa, and tells him, Tokuro, I want to be a boxer in the same weight class as you, I want to be strong like you and stuff like that. And the man tells him, yeah, he needs to be focused. Riku says he also won the OBPF title of the lightweight division. So Tokurozawa is like, bro, you shouldn't be aiming for such a title, you should aim for the world title. So the boy is going to be aiming for the world title now, and he got a debut match coming out soon. So before the debut, he has to go through the weigh-ins, and during the weigh-ins he sees the opponent was a former welterweight who has a poor record of 2 wins and 4 losses. Not that bad, of course, since he has to go against a beginner or a debutant like Riku. The match is gonna start soon, and that's where we're gonna continue from the next episode. So see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. This is where we stop for now. Riku is a kickboxing anime, and we're gonna continue the next chapters soon, so subscribe. See you in the next video.